Yo, it's Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. As always, well, this is my series that I did last year. Start, cut, bench, where I pick a starter, pick some people on the reserves, and cut some players on the roster right now. We have about 90 people on the roster, so it's going to be limited to 50, and one of them, plus 53, has to be an extra offensive lineman. So we have one roster spot open for any position outside an offensive lineman. Quarterback position is going to be first. This might be a really easy one, but hey, going to start with the easiest one, work our way down to the running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, offensive line. You guys know the drill. I have a link in the description or card section if you guys want to check out my series that I did last year for this. You guys seem to enjoy it last year. You're going to be doing it again this year. Quarterback position, as you all know, we have a couple of guys on our team right now. We have 4 in particular. For me, it's either going to be down to 2 or 3 quarterbacks that we pick coming into the 2020 campaign. Going to be talking all about it. Hope you guys do enjoy this video. I'm going to be enjoying talking about the roster for this team, and let's just get this started. But before I do, as always, please like and subscribe. That's going to definitely help me out a lot. Click that bell notification to get notified of future videos. Share the channel, share this content with fellow Niner faithfuls. Let's get this started. 49ers start, cut, bench, quarterback edition. Quarterback position, the most important position, not just in football, not just in the NFL, but all of professional sports. Yes, there you go right there. Anyways, quarterback position for the 49ers. I think some of these stuff is pretty obvious for the most part, but really the backup position is what I want to talk about mostly in this video. As you all know, the starter, Jimmy Garoppolo, undisputed man, showing a lot of promise, as you all know, in 2019. I don't even know why I just acting like he was a new player. Well, technically, he was a new player. But anyways, Jimmy G, number 1 starter, going to be that way coming into week 1. Where it gets a little bit crazy is the backup position. It depends what Kyle Shanahan wants to do. I know Nick Mullens, he's going to be the backup to Jimmy G no matter what, number 2 quarterback for this team. He's shown a lot of promise in 2018 when Jimmy G went down, and then when CJ Beathard went down, also kind of got benched along the way. That game against the Raiders and beyond for that campaign, he did really well. I think that cemented himself as the backup quarterback for the 49ers. Even some people are rumbling about replacing Jimmy G with him sometimes for the 49ers a couple of times in 2019. Mullens, I think he's a great backup quarterback. A lot of people are probably interested in him for the next year or two now. 49ers could probably get some nice compensation if they do trade him, but why would you want to trade him? Because, you know, if Jimmy G goes down, he would be a fantastic backup guy to take over for the 49ers offense. He's capable of taking over this offense. It's gotten a lot better now than it was in 2018. He only played about 1 or 2 snaps against the Carolina Panthers in that game in San Francisco. Really, he didn't play at all in 2019. If his number gets called, if Jimmy G, something happens to him, hopefully not, I'm really confident that Mullens would do a great job. So, number 2 backup job, Mullens. CJ Beathard, Broc Rutter, the undrafted rookie free agent. These 2 guys, they're going to be competing for the 3rd quarterback spot, or maybe no quarterback spots at all. They might just roll around with just 2 quarterbacks in the first place. You see the New England Patriots, they did that last year with Tom Brady and Jared Stidham. Shanahan, do I see him doing that? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, he's always carried 3 quarterbacks no matter what in his time in San Francisco, so if they do carry 3 quarterbacks, I would not be surprised at all. Last year when I did the cut, start, bench series, I just said Jimmy Garoppolo, Nick Mullens, open up a roster spot for the defense. I would be set right there, but they ended up keeping CJ Beathard. Not too bad at all. I mean, if anything does happen to 2 quarterbacks, then Beathard can step in and hopefully do well. And the 49ers, as you saw in 2018, they needed 3 quarterbacks because Jimmy G got hurt, Beathard got hurt, and kind of got benched, and then Nick Mullens was their quarterback. So it all worked out. Broc Rutter, a Division III quarterback, he had a really prolific career there. I think he had 86 touchdowns. And a little funny fact is that when he signed a bonus, he got a $279 bonus, which is a lot of money, I would say. I mean, 200 something bucks, you could do whatever you want with it. But the 49ers apparently just had cash lying around, and they're like, let's just give it to the undrafted rookie guy. He might and might not make the rosters. Might as well just throw a couple $100. There you have it right there. The big dilemma for the 49ers, as I said, is are they going to keep a 3rd quarterback for the 49ers? If it's yes, then maybe CJ Beathard's the guy, but at the same time, if you want somebody brand new to matriculate as another backup quarterback, then Broc Rutter could be a good option because both Mullens and Beathard, they might be on a year-to-year basis. Mullens, I think he's going to be started somewhere in the NFL, wherever in the next couple of years. Maybe if you can groom another rookie guy to be in Shanahan's system, then it could be very effective. Or he could piss Shanahan off and do something bad in practice and pretty much be in the doghouse for the most part, because I'm seeing with Shanahan that if you mess up, a little bit of the times, then you're pretty much done with them. You see Matt Breida, Dante Pettis in 2019. Yeah, you mess up a little bit, you're pretty much done with them. We'll see what happens then. Looking at it right now, 49ers, we have 2 quarterbacks. Will there be a 3rd quarterback? In my prediction, I would think so, but at the same time, I would not be surprised if they don't keep one, because when you look at it, sometimes their quarterback is good. Sometimes you want to groom that next guy. If I were to go with the start, cut, bench series for this, I would go Jimmy G starter, Nick Mullens at the backup quarterback. Who am I picking for the 3rd spot? I actually might be picking Brock. Depends on how he does in training camp and practice. Can he oversee CJ Beathard for that third quarterback spot? Because I don't know if Beathard's really the guy if anything happens to the 49ers. I mean, we saw what he did in 2018. He didn't really have his best performance of his life, but it was a little bit different because we were not a good team. Maybe he'll do a lot better with a better team, better offensive line, better defense, but at the same time, I don't know. Shanahan, I guess he's a fan of him. I mean, he drafted him in the third round to be his pet project, but unfortunately, it is not working out. So if I had to go with it, I would go with G, Mullens, and Ruckler potentially, but Beathard depends on if he can kind of show that he could be the third backup quarterback for the 49ers. If they want to scrap the whole 3 quarterback thing, they can drop down to 2 and add another roster spot. So that would be really almost 2 additional roster spots to cut a quarterback and to get that additional roster spot for the 55-man roster. Looking at it right now, I think it's going to be 3 quarterbacks, and I think Ruckler might take CJ Beathard's job as the third starting quarterback for the 49ers. That's pretty much it, you guys. Please let me know what you guys think about the quarterback position, start, cut, bench. I like to hear what you guys are saying in the comments below. If you guys like this, please like and subscribe. That's going to definitely help me out a lot. I'll be catching you guys up probably tomorrow on a Wednesday. I'll see y'all then. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Go Niners all day. Hot boys.